Hey everybody, it's Donna. We're going to talk about sacral chakra today. So we worked on root chakra yesterday and we're moving up that spine, and the second chakra, number 2, is sacral chakra. So I'm going to show you my beautiful tapestry right now that has all the chakras. Yay. So we worked on the root yesterday, and today we're working on the orange sacral. So it is a rainbow, and we're moving right up the rainbow, and this is a beautiful lotus that has moons on it and has 6 petals. So if you're like me, the numbers 2 and number 6 have different personal meanings to me, but I always like saying the numbers because that is something that I look at for signs and messages. Okay, so think about everything. So we're moving up the spine. So the root chakra is at the tailbone, so we're moving slightly up that spine, right in between those hip bones. So think of all the organs, everything goes on in there. It's the digestive system, it's the urinary tract, it's the reproductive organs, it's all the sexual genitals. It's, it is about sexuality, it is about intimacy, it is about emotion, it's connected to the water, it's about the flow of emotion. So when we're out of balance in this area, we could be stagnant. It's always extreme. So it's either being too sexual, and that's how you view everything is just through sex and there's no other intimacy connected, or it's not wanting sex at all, or it's being super creative and you can't get yourself focused, or it's having a total creative block and you can't do anything. There's also a lot of fear in this area. So it's so close to the root chakra, and I do feel there's a lot of overlap with certain things that are kind of lower emotions. So depression can show up here, as well as insecurity and fear. And so this is a lot of fear of money. The fear of financial worries show up in this area. The fear of just not belonging, the fear of not fitting in. So this can be, again, the outside view of you is more important than your inside view. This is where we kind of get lost in other people's opinions versus our own, and being strong where we feel we're living our lives ethically to what we believe is our life. So I love this area because I probably have a lot of work to do in this area. So it's kind of like you end up loving the yoga poses that are the hardest for you. This is all about just moving your body in unison with your emotions. Think of the water, it's just sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's slow. So it's just how your emotions go, and moving with that and adapting to it and letting yourself just go with what's happening. It's a type of surrender for me. I always think of the word surrender. I also always think of the card. I have one of my angel cards it's called Harmony, and has orange and this angel that's just really at a peaceful place. But it reminds me of this area because it's creating your harmony, not waiting for something to happen, and not being like, okay, when I get this job and this amount of money and pay this bill off and go on this trip, then I'll be harmonious and happy. It's about creating the harmonious, happy times for you every single day, creating that in your house. It's music. So I always love music to change my mood and bring my spirits up if I'm feeling kind of low. We've had a lot of rain lately. I've been playing a lot of 80s music. I've been playing a lot of music that just gets me in a really good mood. So that's another way. Whatever it is for you, it's just staying in that space of happiness. This is the happiness space. So a lot of scents in this space would be, orange, of course, citruses, anything that's happy, bright flowers, whatever is just really something that brings you happiness. And this can also be personal. So for me, my grandmother was Belgian and had a lot of anise when she was cooking, and so that is a happiness smell for me. Even though that would be in my root chakra, that's something that would instigate some movement in my sacral chakra, because that is something that personally, that scent means happiness to me. That brings out a joy inside of me and just a peacefulness. So there's a lot of things that you can, again, talking about our bodies let us know where we're not in tune. So besides being attracted to the color orange, so sometimes when you're attracted to certain colors, it's your body letting you know that chakra really needs to be in balance and something's going on in that area. But also with our bodies, like aches and pains and anything going on with your digestive system, anything going on with, if you're a female, your reproductive organs, having out of balance periods, infertility, that's a lot of things in this area. For men, it's, prostate, having issues with erectile dysfunction, or anything that's in your space of sexual organs. So just think about that and think about how you're feeling in this space. I love this area. It's also lower back. So a lot of people come to me and ask, when I'm teaching yoga classes, they'll ask, can you do lower back? Can you do lower back? And there's so much emotion, and a lot of it is fear of money. So the more we put attention on anything, the more we bring it to ourselves. So focus on just being happy and being in that higher vibration, and then you're going to get the abundance of the money coming to you, because otherwise you're focusing on not having the money and the universe is saying yes, and they're giving you more issues to worry about and more things to take up your money, and you feel like you're never catching up. So this is also right below your belly button. So if you put your finger on your belly button and go about 2 fingers down, it's about there. So it's really close to that root chakra. And again, there is depression here as well as the root chakra. There's a lot that connects, and this is where the root chakra has all these emotions and bare, raw instinct. This is about moving that instinct and moving that energy. So it's moving all of those emotions, all those things that are deep desires inside of us, and connecting movement to it. So when we're in a space of balanced chakra in the sacral chakra, we're going to be okay with if things get derailed a little bit. We're going to know that our big picture is still coming. I'm definitely someone who I'm a big picture person. And so if I have a way to get there, I get sometimes distracted if it's not going exactly the way I want it to go, because that's how I've seen it. And a lot of times you're not letting yourself enjoy the journey. These things are coming up to give you more growth, and maybe the end journey is what you're picturing, but it's also going to be even bigger because you get out of your own way and you let the things happen that are meant to happen. And we wouldn't learn if we didn't have things that push against us to make us learn. So don't always just run from things that take energy or that are struggles for you. Try to see what you can learn from it. Learn from relationships. This area is all about relationships. It's all about the intimacy with people. Being balanced is being self-aware, owning your stuff. So that's so important. It's about just whatever you're doing. Even if you have negative people around you, what are you doing within yourself to attract that? What are you doing in yourself to not put boundaries up? So these are things that you can always go back to yourself. Not that you should be hard on yourself. This is about being easy with yourself, but still take ownership for your part in drama or in crazy relationships or in anything that you have a place in. You have a part in there. Your energy attracted that energy. So what is it that's doing that? And try to break those patterns. So think about it as going with the flow, being creative, painting, doing something that's push yourself to just push that creative energy, even if it's really simple, just cooking a different type of meal. This has a lot to do with taste and the pleasure of food. So this is a great place to just play around with trying new foods, trying new different kinds of smoothies, add something different into your smoothie in the morning, whatever it is. It's about just enjoying these pleasures in life and not going excess. Everything's in moderation. So just taking your time with figuring out where you're outbalanced in these areas, where the balance is kind of off and unbalanced, and where you can kind of draw it in a little bit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about crystals, because I love crystals. They're part of my life and part of my journey. And these are some crystals that I personally love for this chakra. So one of my favorites all around crystal anyway is the carnelian. This is a tumbled bracelet. There's also goldstone, so traditional goldstone. There's 2 of them here. It has sparkles in it, so you can just feel that creativity. And this could also be used with your root chakra, but I like it for the sacral chakra. And then another one that could be used for both root or sacral. I love red jasper, even though it is really a root chakra. I love it it just has this power about it that I just feel that if you can control your emotions, there's so much power in that, and control of surrender. Push ahead, take action, but also know when to pull back, when to let the universe show you what you need to do. This is one of my favorites. This is my personal collection. This is a tangerine quartz. I absolutely love this. It's so beautiful and just makes me happy just to look at it. There's so many elements of it. It's so pretty. This is a calligraphy tower, and this I got because I was working on my book, and I was, it's really hard to write, and especially about yourself. So I bought this because it helps with the writing, helps with creativity. You can see it's like, it has the orange in it and the earth tones in it. This is an orange selenite heart. I love heart-shaped things, so I have a lot of heart-shaped crystals. And I love this because it's still a protection stone, but it's so soft and so happy. It's really a great stone. Orange calcite is another one I use that has that is in a heart shape. Aragonite, the Sputnik stone, it is probably more of root chakra, people would say, but I love it for this area because it's just doing its own thing. Like, it's so free. It's just all pointing in all different directions. Like, woo, we're gonna have this party, we're gonna go free, we're gonna do, it's just like all over, and it's just together at the same time. It's very solid, and I just love that. I love it. It's like an extrovert to me. I just love how it's just, you know, controlling it, but it's still all over. It's just having a nice space. This is my raw carnelian. This is one of my favorite stones. It's so beautiful. Oh, this is really like, I could just be in awe of the stone all the time. It's just really pretty. So you don't have to get that expensive. Just, you know, pick something that you're drawn to. And that's what I say to people. They'll say, what kind of stone do I need? And I'll say, whatever you're drawn to is your body telling you that that's what you need right now. So go with that stone and then look at maybe the properties of it. But just go with what your instinct is telling you. I'm really attracted to this stone, and you'll be amazed. This is an ocean jasper, but it has this really like orangey warm reds in it. So I'm terracotta kind of colors, which would probably be root, but I love it because it's the ocean too, and that's the emotions in the water of this chakra. Okay, so I also love raw copper. Don't let me forget my beautiful copper. So this can be used in a lot of different areas. I like it for this space because it does like ignite the energy. It does start to move the flow, and the copper bracelets help the flow of energy in your body and help the systems move. So copper is another one I really love for this area. This is a nice, beautiful piece of raw copper. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a quick meditation. I will be doing the longer meditations later, but today we're just gonna kind of tap into that area, see what's going on, and release anything we can release today, okay? So you're gonna find a comfortable spot. If you're in a car, try to pull over or sit in the parking lot for a minute, and it's not gonna be that long. We're just gonna tap in and just kind of get grounded and move that energy if it's stuck. So you're gonna have both feet down, so on the ground. Closing your eyes, take a nice big breath, and then exhale everything out. You can breathe out of your nose or your mouth, so whatever feels good to you. Today I feel like breathing out of my mouth. Just take a couple of breaths on your own. Let your shoulders relax, sitting up nice, straight and tall. Unclench your jaw, bring your tongue behind your front two teeth. Let your forehead relax, let those eyes relax. Just let your whole face melt. And then start to pay attention to your breath. Pushing your belly out on that inhale like you're blowing up a balloon. And then exhale everything out. So it's almost like when you were a little kid and you saw how big you can get your belly and like playing that game and getting all the air out. You're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna move that diaphragm around if it's stuck. And then exhale everything out. A nice big inhale. Exhale everything out. Going at your own pace and try to slow it down. Trying to do at least 7 seconds on the inhale and 7 seconds on the exhale. Make sure you're pushing that belly out. And getting all that stale air out, making room for the new. If you start to see that beautiful orange, just embrace it. If you have other colors coming up when you're doing this, that's just your body letting you know those chakras are the areas that are probably more out of balance today, but that's fine. You don't have to force anything, but if you can try to think of the orange color or white, that would be great. Now we're gonna bring our attention to the middle of our hip bones, our stomachs, our beautiful stomachs that produce our food for us. They produce energy from the food and they produce waste. So it's just amazing, the whole process of our stomachs. Thinking of those emotions. So thinking about what I talked about today, about maybe an area that you need to be focused on and letting go. This is about letting go, being free with finances, letting go of the possession of worry of the finances. Not spending all your money, but just making sure you're not attached to it. Think of other things. Let that stress go and see what kind of energy can come in when you release that stress. So breathing into that area and thinking of those areas and not thinking too much, staying with the breath more, but just seeing what comes up more than anything. Seeing if some fear of money comes up, seeing if fear of intimacy, maybe something in your sexuality is coming up. Maybe there's something with, you know, just something you haven't thought about in a really long time. Some kind of sexual trauma can show up here, or something that just made you kind of disconnected to your body. So just pay attention to what shows up. And we're not doing anything heavy today. We're just being light about it, but recognize it and then exhale it out of your body. So if there aren't really a lot of emotions or fears coming up, just pay attention to if you've been having digestive issues, any issues in this region, and focus on that area and exhale out whatever is feeling less than 100%. Melting those shoulders, bringing your tongue behind your front two teeth. Keep breathing nice and slow. When we start to think of something that might be stressing us out, our breath can get short. So we're keeping those breaths nice and long. Okay, just a few more breaths here. Now we're going to focus on the positive, what we want to bring in. So thinking of the affirmations, I am going with the flow of life. I am free. I am financially free. I'm free in the pleasure of sexuality. I am free in the pleasure of sex. I am free to express my intimate thoughts and feelings with control of my emotions. I am in balance with my emotions. I am a creative vessel. I let that creativity flow through me, and I create magical, beautiful things. Maybe you have other thoughts that are coming up for you. Whatever resonates, just stay with that, breathing in that beautiful, positive energy. I am already harmonious. I am harmonious. I am happy. I am grateful for my harmonious day every day. So just a couple more breaths here. Paying attention to your body and how that feels. Then one last breath, letting go of anything that needs to go, bringing in that creative, happy feeling. And then keeping your eyes closed, bring your arms up above your head, wiggle those fingers. And then slowly move those hands together, bringing your hands together in a prayer form overhead. And then slowly bring those prayer hands down to your heart, taking 3 breaths here. Big inhale, big exhale. Another inhale. Big exhale. One more. Big inhale. Big exhale. Namaste. Wow, it's such a short time and you just feel so much better. So hopefully you can feel that and had time to do the meditation. If not, just pause it before the meditation and use it whenever you can, and you're in a safe place to sit for just a few minutes. I hope this was enjoyable for you. I completely enjoy these videos and sharing my information, and these are questions I get all the time, and this, I hope, is a great way to just give you some tidbits about the area, some ways to look for imbalances in your life, how to work on balancing it, and I will be having the bigger videos later. A lot of these crystals I do sell, so reach out to me and I will tell you where you can buy them. You can also go on my website, which is divineinhalehealing.com. And this is Donna Clifford, and subscribe so you know when I'm posting my videos. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.